Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Before we can go further, please don't forget to subscribe. So in today's video, we're going to talk about how to build your CV while you are still studying. And guys, please, my apologies if you will hear some background noises because where I'm staying it's really noisy, considering that I'm also staying next to the road. And so, yeah, like I said, we're going to talk about how to build your CV while you are still studying. Because I always say that when we study, we don't just study in a vacuum. I mean, there are other things that come to our space of studying, like being involved in different activities while you are still studying at the same time and being involved in such activities. I mean, when I know that when we go to the university or college, we go there with the aim of getting the qualification. But obviously, there are different structures or different bodies, different organizations, students' organizations that are there and that we really have to ensure that we take part in. We don't really have to take that for granted because that is a way of building ourselves and equipping ourselves. And me myself also, I was not aware when I was studying because I was also involved in different activities at the university. And now I only saw the importance of that after I finished with my studies, after when now I had to start applying for jobs. I saw the importance of me, why I was part of such different activities because they really did help me. I remember I was involved in the university's radio station. I was working as a news reader. There was also a point where I was working at the university's campus newspaper. I was writing for entertainment section. And then there was a point where I was promoted to be an entertainment editor, because when I was doing my undergraduate, I was studying communications. And so what I was studying was in line with those, with me working at the radio station. I thought of it that this could really help me in the line of my studies and being part of that, being part of the campus radio station and what is it, writing for the campus newspaper, because that helps. Being involved in all of those does really help, especially with entry level jobs. When now you'll be done with your studies, you'll be applying for internships, you include all those things that you took part in at the university, you include them in your CV, and the recruiters can also see that, okay, this person is actually can actually be able to balance. They could see that, okay, you were studying at the same time, you were able to equip yourself in those other areas. And so I remember my first job was working as a communication intern. When I was applying, I ensured to put all those that I was working at the campus radio station and the campus newspaper. And then when I was doing my third year, I was also, my lecturer at that time approached me to be a student instructor, whom is still my supervisor even today, since he identified me that time. So he approached me to be the student instructor for, I'm not sure if they're still referred to as student instructors at Northwest University. So he approached me to be his student instructor for his module, sociology module. Student instructors, okay, lecturers were identifying or selecting students who were performing well to help them. If maybe, because that time I was doing my third year, so my lecturer approached me to be a student instructor for the first year or the second years to help those students who were struggling in sociology. So that's the whole purpose of being a student instructor. You help lecturers with students that are academically challenged to attend those SIs, the student instructors sessions, because obviously as students we are different, and that those students, because in class there's like a huge number of students, and some students they can be challenged if maybe they don't understand something in the content. They can be challenged to maybe raise their hands and ask something from the lecturer, because maybe they are afraid of other students, or maybe sometimes the lecturer is not approachable and they may find it difficult to raise their hands and ask a question, ask a lecturer a question. And so yeah, that was my job. I had like a group of students between between 10 or 15 or 20. Those were my group of students that I was able to facilitate. Those that were my students that I was able to help. And then as time went on in my honors, there was a point when I was a tutor, a student tutor. And then there was a point also when I was a student mentor. So being all that helped me. They did add to my CV, because now I gained skills and experience of, in a way it's like I was lecturing. Tutoring, it's more like you've got more responsibilities because you even help with marking. So in a way I was lecturing, and so I was able to prepare to go to those sessions to help those students. I was confident to assist them if they were not able to ask in class because of being afraid of a huge number. They were able to ask me in such small groups, and I was able to help them in whatever that they did not understand. And so it was more like I was lecturing, and it did help me, because now when I was doing my master's, when I finished my master's, I was my department recommended me to be a temporary sociology lecturer. Because why? Because of that experience that I gained of being a student instructor, facilitating, being a tutor. It did help me. And then because it was a temporary position, the contract ended. I think it was a 3-year contract. It ended. And then I was even able to apply for other jobs outside the university, lecturing jobs, in my CV, where I was able to add, to include that I was a student instructor when I was studying, was a mentor, I was a tutor. And so I didn't struggle. I was able to get a job, a lecturing job, outside Northwest University. And so yeah, that I did really see the importance of being involved in all those. And so yeah, it's not even really me only. There are so many people that I know, people that I studied with. Some were involved in different structures like SRC, student representative councils. Some were presidents, some had different positions, and today they are employed in different government departments. And so it clearly shows the importance of being involved in such different bodies or structures of the university or college while studying. It does help, because at the same time you're studying, you equipping yourself, and at the same time you building your CV, you already starting building your career. And then it means that now when you leave, when you finish with your studies, you finish with your you get your qualification, you live with your qualification, and then at the same time you have gained skills, meaning you killed two birds with one stone. And so yeah, which is really something smart to do. I think all students who are still studying, who have just started with studying, that's something that they should take note of, to be involved in such different activities as a way of equipping themselves, as a way of building their CVs. And so yeah, that's what I wanted to share with you guys today. Thank you so much for watching. Feel free to like this video if you enjoyed the content, and also once again, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you in my next upload.